Waiting by Henkes. There were 5 of them, and they were waiting. The owl with spots was waiting for the moon. The pig with the umbrella was waiting for the rain. The bear with the kite was waiting for the wind. The puppy on the sled was waiting for the snow. The rabbit with stars wasn't waiting for anything in particular. He just liked to look out the window and wait. When the moon came up, the owl was happy. It happened a lot. When the rain came down, the pig was happy. The umbrella kept her dry. When the wind blew, the bear was happy. The kite flew high and far. And when it finally snowed, the puppy was happy. He'd waited a very long time. The rabbit was happy just looking out the window. Sometimes one or the other of them went away, but he or she always came back. Sometimes they slept, but mostly they waited. Sometimes gifts appeared. Once a visitor arrived from far away. He stayed a while. Then he left and never returned. They saw many wonderful, interesting things. And, of course, there was always the moon and the rain and the wind and the snow to keep them happy. One day, a cat with patches joined them. Was she waiting for the moon? No. Was she waiting for the rain? No. Was she waiting for the wind? No. Was she waiting for the snow? No. She didn't seem to be waiting for anything in particular. But she was. Now there were 10 of them, and they were happy together. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Waiting to see what would happen next. The end. Okay, so now we're ready to do our art portion of our tales. We just finished reading the book Waiting by Henkes, and in the story there was this cute little kitty. First, it just looked like one kitty, but actually this is, as we find out, a nesting doll that's called Matryoshka. So we're going to learn how to make nesting dolls out of paper. The ones that we're used to seeing in life are wooden, and when you take the lid off, there's a smaller version all the way down to a little tiny one. All of these little lids come off, and so they fit inside. But let's have fun making a paper one today. So the easiest way to do this is I've got some fun colored paper, some scraps of colored paper. If you don't have colored paper, if you have a catalog laying around, you can cut out anything with textiles. This just came out of a home catalog, and use that too. But I'll show you the trick to this. We're going to save this for the little face. But the trick is to start with the smallest one first, because then you can make each one bigger around that. And these actually, they're not going to fit inside each other, but they can stack on top of each other. All right, so I'm going to start with this one. And I like this kitty shape, so I want to kind of try to do that too. I've got this marker. I'm going to use a Sharpie so you guys can see it really well. You probably don't need to use something that strong at home. Okay, so the kitty has this little shape. Remember, this is my small one. Kitty has little kitty ears, and then this is kind of our little shape, right? Not doing the face yet. Remember, if you haven't used scissors for a while, you hold it with your thumb and your pointer finger, and you don't have to open and close it all the way. You can just take little snips, little tiny snips. I'm going to cut out, this is my smallest kitty. sometimes if you have little parts to cut that are kind of close, you can skip those for the time being, get the main part cut, and then I can come back and cut those little parts around the ears. Okay, so this is kind of my outline of my shape for my little kitty, but sometimes they have little layers that are really cute. So now I'm going to make a little shape that just kind of comes inside, almost looks like a little part of her tummy or like a little apron maybe. These do not have to be perfect. Let's see what that looks like. That's kind of big, so I'm going to make that smaller. If you wanted to draw it again, you could, or if you just want to kind of use your imagination with the scissors. Okay, I think that's really cute. I'm going to glue these later. I'm going to get all my pieces cut first. And now I have this little white piece. I'm going to do this for the face. So the face, I'm just going to kind of cut. I could draw it first if I wanted to, but I'm just going to kind of cut a little face shape for my kitty. Okay. All right, so now I'm ready to glue. Got this great purple glue. Remember, you don't have to use that much. I'm gonna just put a little bit on her tummy. Glue that down. Do the little kitty face. I'm gonna draw on that later. Now if I wanted, in the book you can see the kitty has kind of little pink ears. So if I want to cut some little tiny triangles, I can glue those inside of the ears. And again, just put a little dab on there. Sometimes these little pieces are hard to pick up. Okay, you can wait and do your faces later. I kind of want to do one now, so I'm going to draw my little kitty face on here. Remember, this is the tiniest one. So draw a little kitty nose, or whatever you're doing, if you don't decide not to do kitties. And I'm going to do some whiskers. Okay, so that's my littlest one. Okay, so now, like I said, I'm using this as the model, and I don't want to use the same colors for my second one. Now I'm going to do the next biggest one. So this is such a good trick. So you lay kitty down, and you're kind of using this as a pattern. Make sure everybody can see this. So I'm just going to hold it with my finger so it doesn't move around, and I want it about this much bigger. Cool. So see if when I get my second one done, that little kitty isn't going to show. All right, now I'm going to cut out my next biggest kitty. Matryoshka, Matryoshka, I think is how you say this in Russian, and that means these nesting dolls. So we're making paper nesting dolls. All right, same thing. I want to do another little color there. I don't want to use the same colors that I used on that. We've got this one, little polka dots. Oh, that's cute. I like that. I just noticed in the book, they also drew some little paws. That might be fun to come back. Maybe I'll do that too. All right, where's my cream colored paper? Oh, here it is. for my face. So my face is going to be right there. This face is a little bit bigger. This time I'm going to draw a little circle, but you could just cut a circle if you wanted. Maybe I'll cut around it, make it a little bit bigger, and see if that is the right size. Yep, I like that. A little piece there I don't like. Okay. And I liked how I did the little ears on that one, but this time I'm going to maybe use these polka dots for ears. They're a little bit bigger. All right, I already glued that. So let me glue my face down. Put a little glue where the ears are going to go. So I'm not being super careful. This doesn't have to be perfect, but if you got ready to glue this down and you thought they were too big, you could trim a little bit off. Okay, so this is my second kitty. I'm going to do another little kitty face. I'm going to make all my faces a little bit different. This kitty kind of looks like he has his eyes closed. This one looks like she's smiling. But I love how they have the little paws showing. So I'm going to do that too. So I've only done 2. If I wanted to went ahead and do 5, which I'm not going to do because I think you can do that, but I would start same way. I would take my second to the smallest kitty, lay it down, and draw around that. That would be my third one. And I would just keep going until I got bigger and bigger. And remember, like, this is fun textile looking from a magazine, from a catalog. This is like a little picture of a rug. That would be really cute. And then when I get all my kitties done, it's kind of fun because then you can stack them all on top of each other, and they're all going to be, all the smaller ones are not going to show. So when you get done, the biggest one is just going to sit on top. And that's just kind of fun. Or you can just play with them. Have your little kitties to play with. I hope you join us next time. Bye-bye.